Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Fair Use Act, 1976. Fair Use Act. Fair Use Act.
Bill Belichick told reporters yesterday that Matt Patricia and Joe Judge, after the departure of
Fair
longtime
Use
OC
Act of
Josh McDaniels,
1976.
Bill Belichick told reporters yesterday that Matt Patricia and Joe Judge, well, they're going to have some new roles on the Patriots' offensive staff this season. The legendary coach was coy, though, about who exactly will be calling plays for New England, saying, "I'm not big on titles." Why are we not surprised? Shannon, Belichick has often been the de facto defensive coordinator, but do you see him going so far as to call offensive plays this season?
I do not. He has a lot on his play. I don't see him on his plate. I don't see him adding that to the play, Skip. It seems to me he might be preparing Matt Patricia or Joe Judge to call plays. Now, hopefully they have a little bit more success, and they have had more success as assistants than they had head coaching. Their head coaching tenure is terrible. It was awful. It was an epic failure. But Matt Patricia started his career out on the offensive side as an analyst and assistant offensive line coach 04-05. Joe Judge was a special teams coach. He was the wide receiver coach in 2019, Brady's last year. Hence why Brady's numbers probably suffered, because he was the receivers coach. They don't tell him what they was doing. But anyway, Skip, I believe he probably are preparing one of those guys to call the plays, possibly. Because, Skip, if you think about it, what the relationship that Coach Belichick and Brady had, he was able to say, Brady, if you come out in this formation, this is where I'm weak. This is what I would do with you.
He did.
If you would do this, now I'm forced to do that. So he was always able to, because Coach Belichick, it's hard to say somebody has a better defensive mind than him. There are some good guys. Rex Ryan was good. Todd Bowles is good.
I'm all about Todd Bowles, but go ahead.
But Coach Belichick, he has a game plan that's in the Hall of Fame for what he did to the K-Gun in 1990. Skip.
He does.
That just goes to show you his prowess. So I'm surprised. What I'm really most surprised about, Skip, before I turn it over to you, that they didn't have someone really close working with Josh McDaniels, because they had to see this coming at some point in time, Skip, that he was gonna graduate. Now he had been in school a long ass time.
Yep.
More times than not, these guys graduate on. He had an opportunity, chose to stay. Indy wanted to come back. Now he's going to the Raiders. So for me, Skip, I don't see Coach Belichick calling plays. I believe it's probably gonna be Matt Patricia or Joe Judge.
That would be mind-blowing to me if he entrusted play calling to either of those guys. Which is why I believe Bill Belichick is going to call offensive plays. I believe he'll let his son have total control of the defensive play calls that he oversaw, obviously, the last couple of years. Look, they're 17-17 post-Brady.
Right.
They lost that playoff game to Buffalo, who played like the perfect game, 47-17. All of a sudden, the clash of the titanic egos of Brady versus Belichick. Brady's got so many legs up on him because Brady went to Tampa in his first year and won the Super Bowl.
Right.
He won another playoff game last year, and more important, he went to Foxborough and beat Belichick head-to-head last year. So he's just touche.
Yeah, well, since you mentioned legs, if his legs were involved, Brady's a spider and Coach Belichick's a snake. Snake got no legs and Spider's got 8 legs. That's how many legs he's up on Coach Belichick right now.
That is true.
And
I buy that.
And we're not going to get an opportunity to talk about it much, but at the owners' meeting today, Mr. Kraft says, I'm very disappointed about our playoff scheme. Next to my family, winning football game is the most important thing for a Patriot.
Okay, so what would be the ultimate way to out-Brady Brady? I'll call my own play.
And get MJ 10.
Oh, MJ 10. MJ 10? Wait, did he really...
He gave himself a
trademark that?
Yeah, he patented it.
Trademark
He
that?
patented it.
Really?
Okay, you got TB12. Why can't he be MJ10?
Ooh, that was a bad idea because he can't back it up. He will always leave you slightly wanting. You'll say, yeah, he's pretty good, but
He's gonna get Skip. He's only a rookie now.
No, but he always leave you a little disappointed.
He's gonna get better, Skip.
Okay, so now Belichick's only way to fight back to Brady is to say, I called the offensive plays, which I've never done. I'm a defensive genius, but watch this. I'll flip my hat around backward and I'll call the offensive plays. It's perfect. It's set up. And Josh McDaniels opened the door for that.
Well,
that's why there was no, obviously, success.
So now what are you going to say? If he have, let's just say for the sake of argument, you're correct. He called a play in MJ10, they lead them to the Super Bowl. It's
okay.
over.
Are you predicting that?
Yeah, it's over.
Okay, is that the...
I ain't predicting that.
Yeah. How many cases of doom would you like to throw on? 100?
Man, you know how loaded the
There
AFC
you
is.
say.
I know.
There you
That's
say.
the other problem he has. And all of a sudden, Brady's got a cakewalk in his division like no other, right?
And really, when you look at it, Skip, it's like two teams. It's Tampa, the Rams, and maybe the 49ers if Jimmy G comes. That's it.
I like Brady to have
like
home
Green Bay?
field advantage.
Unless you like Green Bay, unless they're going to do something and get a receiver or something to replace Devontae. Well, to help replace Devontae, you're not replacing Devontae, but help replace Devontae.
I got to tell you, if this is Belichick and Patricia and Judge, this is going to be on offense, blind leading the blind leading the blind. That's how that feels. Because I think none of those guys, they can tell you how we thwart you, but when it comes to, oh, this is how we're going to beat you, that's a whole brave new world, and I say good luck to all three of them.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, Skip.
It'll be fun to watch. Great stuff, guys. We got to leave it there because we need to get to LeBron and whether he's going to continue his push to win the scoring title.
Okay, so I just wanted to segue that. That segued it nicely. Belichick calling the offensive plays. Does this make the Patriots dangerous? I still believe the Patriots will be a dangerous team. Look, Belichick is old school meat potatoes. If he could get a running back that is consistent, have MJ10 manage the game, if MJ10 could complete one or two balls downfield, the Patriots could go back. You know, I see what they were doing the past year and the years in the past year with MJ10. You know, MJ could sit back, throw the ball from the pocket. But my thing is this: is it going to work? It's easier said than done. I'm just saying. You know, what you guys think? Do you guys think the Patriots could get to the Super Bowl or win it all with Belichick as offensive coordinator? I think they should have got them an offensive coordinator, but hey, Matt Patricia and them guys did well as assistant coaches. And Belichick, hey, I believe he could still do well. I don't think they're going to win a Super Bowl. I just don't trust Mac Jones to go to that level or that length or take it to that level. But we'll see. I think they could win the East. I mean, the Bills, as good as the Bills are, the Bills choke. You know, well, they didn't choke last year. They got cheated, but so we'll see. You know, this is going to be very interesting. Excuse me. I've told people continuously, is like, we'll see. Belichick is trying to prove something, which is that he can do it without Tom Brady. Mac Jones is going to be his Tom Brady. He's going to recreate Tom Brady. That's what he's trying to do. All he needs is one Super Bowl to show, yo, I could do this without Tom Brady. But we'll see what MJ10 does. So let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you think the offense will be better with Belichick instead of McDaniels? I don't think so. I think the offense is just going to be bland. I think it's going to be more blander, if that's a word, more blander. And it's going to be very meat potatoes. And that could help them because that's how Belichick has been successful. But we'll see. If he can get him a running back, either in the draft or free agency, that'll be tough. The Kansas City Chiefs, they picked up Ronald Jones, which to me is a bad move because Ronald Jones fumbles a lot. So we'll see what the Chiefs do. But Do you guys think the offense will be better or worse under Belichick? Don't know. We'll see. But thank you for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys love what you hear, you can donate to the page by going to the description box, hitting that link to the Cash App. You could donate whatever your heart's desire. And of course, if you love what you hear when we're live and also premiere, make sure you guys super chat. You guys can super chat. So thank you guys for listening. We out. Deezy.